So your front row will still be Jacob Wong in the 34. In the 22, it'll be Chad Donaldson. In your second row will be the 4K of Craig Morgan. On the outside of Craig in the 11R, it'll be Riley Duncan. Jacob Long and Chad Donaldson were your heat race winners. As the track safety crew is pulling out the car, turn number 3. Great work there by the safety crew of Springfield Raceway. As they seen that car going off the racetrack from the tower, it's hard to see over there because of that big hill. So there he is, the 57. Give him a round of applause. Of Austin Dixon, as he has a flat tire, so the crew of Austin Dixon, your driver has a flat tire. The Midwest Modifieds is sponsored by Casey's General Store. As right now they have a special for 2 large 1-topping pizzas, $9.99 each. 8 different locations through Springfield. The 2 closest ones are on 4124 West Chestnut Expressway and 2805 North Kansas Expressway. So after the races, go by Casey's General Store. Let them know that you just came from Springfield Raceway. As they line back up, it'll be Long and Donaldson's out in front. Great weather here on this Sunday afternoon. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. We hope you're having a great time with your family and your friends. And we hope that you visit back here at Springfield Raceway in the future. As you can check out our schedule at springfieldraceway.com. Here we go. The lights are off. As the Midwest Mods B-Class A feature comes in turn number 4. Green flag goes out and we're racing. Here comes Morgan. Morgan trying to make a move in turn number 2. But the 22 of Donaldson closes the door, and as now he is taking over the lead from Long. Now Long going on the inside of Donaldson. Donaldson out in front. Donaldson out in front. Long in second. As the top two cars are out in front, we have battle all across the quick quarter-mile racetrack as these guys are racing hard for the A feature tonight. caution is out on the racetrack. Caution is out on the racetrack as the 03 of Chris Woodruff spins in turn number 2. All right, joining me up in the booth right now is Leroy Morrison, Midwest Modified A-Class driver. Leroy, it's good to have you here up here in the booth as we have our Midwest Modified B A feature out on the racetrack. Yeah, I believe that is. So how is the track surface out there tonight? Now, Jacob Long and Chad Donaldson have been battling up in the front. Let's see if the 22D of Chad Donaldson can hold off the 34 of Jacob Long.
Got a little too aggressive, so.
All right. Well, I was talking to myself because I didn't have Leroy Morrison's microphone on, but up here in the booth, I have Leroy Morrison, and it's nice to have you back up here in the booth. He was doing an excellent job calling the race, but I forgot to turn on his microphone. So it sounded really nice up here. But now we'll see if we can get him some racing action calling here as his microphone is on.
As I was kind of saying, the 4K of Craig Morgan looked like he got in there, got a little antsy below the 11R of Riley Duncan. That's now setting in the third place position. Tough break for him getting in there, got a little too hot, got into right rear, or left rear of Riley Duncan, but got him around, got a little too aggressive with that 4K. But looks like Martin is now in that fourth place position from starting 10th. So only a couple laps in, have a good run up. Looks like we're trying to turn the mic up on me just a little bit so we can get a little more output. As it looks like maybe they're stopping the field or they're kind of just kind of bundled up there. But try to get second number on that little pile up 4 here. I think one of them was the 56 or 65 of Cabin Urbanks. And I can't tell their car at this moment, but out front leading your field is the number 22 of Chad Donaldson. Right behind him is the 34 of Jacob Long, and that third place position is that 11R of Riley Duncan, and fourth is the number 33 of Jaden Martin. And round out your top 5 right now looks like number 17 of Rick Lamp. Late, but as track officials are now getting them 2 cars apart, I think Martin's been running that high side of belts right in front of him, been running the low side. I don't know if anybody's got something for Martin up high, or is it going to be down low, but 2 distinct lines running right now, and Martin up high, leaders down low. This is going to play out pretty good. Martin may have a clean field up there up top, but look for, if they see this front nose on the high side, look for them maybe try to move up track, find a little more speed up there.
As the track officials pull this car off. And we want to thank Cheesework Videos for being on hand with us tonight as they're doing a live streaming, along with Show Me Dirt, as the track officials are still working on the 14 car. Leroy, not only are you a racer on the racetrack, you're doing a pretty good job up here in the booth as well.
Yeah, Ike has been helping me. I've been announcing a couple other tracks along with going out and racing. So it's kind of just not going racetrack, just racing. I kind of have a full-time job at the racetrack too, a little bit of announcing. And then also we have our weekly show. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 o'clock for the Works Local Racing Roundup. We have a couple winners on there every week from local tracks. So maybe look for one of your drivers out here being on the show. See if we can get them either call in or be on there. But Works show every Thursday night at 7. But I want to thank Mike Kraft for allowing me to do this and be part of the organization that we are. So.
Well, you have over 100 car drivers over there in the pit, so I'm sure you can find somebody to call in to your racing show. All right, the caution line is still out. As Donaldson is still your leader. Long is in second.
As this time by, the flagman will point that go stick skyward as they give drivers 1 to go this time by, with Donaldson out front, Long in second, Duncan in third, Martin in fourth, and Lamp in fifth. So as flagman looks him over, down the back straightaway, going into 3, looking for that green flag. And as the green flag flies, Donaldson takes off. But they're all still kind of bunched together going into 1. Martin now trying to low side, Duncan up high, kind of flip-flop from before, as now have a side-by-side battle for third place going down into turn 3. Duncan kind of running the middle, kind of letting it hit off that cushion off the corner. Martin down low, still a battle for that third place position. It was Duncan that time. Martin gets crossed up and spins. As I was talking about the track being a little glass, as the 51 goes over berm of Ken Walker. Kind of gets a little high off there off turn 2, along with Martin up front, kind of spinning around.
I think, Leroy, you jinxed the 33 of Martin, as you were talking very good about him as he was coming up through the field. And then he, as you said earlier, the track is getting a little dry slick, so it's hard to hold on to them race cars going into turn 2.
Yeah, you almost got to drive these cars like egg underneath your foot. You can't really stomp on the gas, but you don't want to give too less of gas. And if you get on it too hard, it's like breaking an egg. You break your tires loose and you spin around. So as it looks like they got them all kind of straightened out, they'll get everybody back in line and give us a couple of laps, and we should be back green.
As I see, right after this feature, we'll have our intermission. And I can see Jerry Hoffman right now has the water truck ready to go, so I'm sure they'll do a little track prepping intermission to get ready for our other features tonight. So, that being said, Leroy, the track service might be a little different when you come back out.
Yeah, I expect him to maybe throw a little water up at top, a little water at bottom. As these guys there's really nothing on the track, so everybody's kind of searching around. And but get a track like this where there's nothing on it, it turns in, like I said, a driver's track, and so you can get a little more momentum on the high side. Nobody really has advantage high or low as far as coming out here with a track like this, but with Jerry, looks like he's going to put some water on it. I'm expecting him to put a couple rounds up high, a couple rounds down low, and give him something to really eat up the tires with.
The 03 of Chris Woodruff is over there at the top of turn 1 and 2 as track officials work on that. As a reminder, we will not be racing next Saturday night as it will be Memorial Weekend, but we will be back racing on June the 1st for our weekly racing with our kids' bike races. Also, kids, don't forget, during intermission, we are going to be giving away our Springfield Raceway Junior Race Fan. So one of you kids that have a ticket will be going home with a trophy as we will do our drawing for our Junior Race Fan. We want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out on this Sunday afternoon. We know last night Mother Nature did its thing, but Jerry Hoffman wanted to get some racing action here at Springfield Raceway. So they rescheduled last night's races for tonight, but the OCRS sprint cars were not able to be on hand with us tonight, so we replaced them with the late models.
As we do got 104 cars in the pits right now, along with 30 USRA B mods, 12 IMCA modifieds, 19 Midwest A-class mods. Looks like 21 Midwest B-class mods, 13 late models, and 8 mini late models. That's 104 classes, which is pretty good car count for a weekly class. But going back to our, looks like got the lights out, about to go green with Donaldson leading out in front, and Long in second. Is Long not have anything for him here, as it looks like Donaldson has kind of just pulled away a little bit each time and kind of stayed steady. As the green flag flies, Donaldson takes off, but Long kind of fades back by a car going into turn 1. Donaldson going up high, Long down low. As now we got a side-by-side battle between Lamp and the 26 of Dean for that fourth place position now, fourth. As now we got a side-by-side battle between Duncan and Lamp for that third place position. We got a three-way battle. Lamp up high, Duncan in middle, and the 26 of Dean down low, as they both get, Lamp and Dean get by Duncan, as now looks like Dean now sets his sights on for that second place position, as he's getting nice and smooth there. As now we got a side-by-side battle between the 19 and the 6 for that sixth place position. That 19 is Tyler Barker, and the 6 is Will Hibden. As we got a yellow flag, looks like maybe we got a car over the banking in turn number 2. It looks like the 65 again of Cabin Urbanks. Looks like, I think that's number 2. Number 1 of number 1 by himself, but number 2 as far as total, but as drivers were told, is 2 unassisted, and you go off. So it looks like he'll get Bill's tag along the back of the field, as the first one was he was a little assisted. This now the second one he wasn't. So we'll see how it all plays out. Looks like the 26 of Dean coming towards the front from starting in that 9th place position, now in your 4th place position. As we look back, Martin restarted dead last after spinning, now in that 7th place position, it looks like. But restarting last out of 21 cars. Now back up to that 9th place position. May give him a run. Hopefully, see if he gets into the top 5, may assist for the win. But it sounds like maybe having a green-white checkered.
Absolutely. And the 57 a few laps ago pulling into the infield of Austin Dixon, but the green flag stayed out, so he will be a few laps down, and he will be going towards the rear of the field.
As I think I heard earlier that he had a little tire problem on the original start with the right rear tire low.
Yeah, he went over in turn number 3 over there behind the big hill over there, and then once he came out from behind there, he had a flat tire. So
looks like there was kind of a little pond there, as I saw a little water as he went down in there on the initial start. So as it looks like the tow hook will be coming out for the 65 cabin Yearbanks.
As you mentioned, they pond in the infield last night. Mother Nature hit us pretty hard last night, but Jerry Hoffman and his crew did an excellent job throughout the day with the help of sunshine and the wind to get this track prepped and ready to go for racing tonight. And as you can see, it is pretty good racing here at the Quick Quarter Mile Racetrack, as we've had some great heat races, and now we are into our feature racing, and we'll take a break right after this, and we will do our intermission, and then we'll begin with some more feature races right after intermission.
It looks like they got them lined up about where they need to be. I believe lights are going out this time by, as the lights are out, Donaldson with control of the lead, Long in second, Dean in third, Lamp in fourth, and Duncan in fifth. As he's looking, Donaldson looking for that green flag. As the green flag flies, Donaldson leads him down front straightaway. 34.
Jacob Ball is in second, but here comes
Dean in that number 26 as white flags coming out for that number 22 of Donaldson. Here comes Dean. Is he going to have anything for Donaldson as he goes down turn 1? As looks like a couple of cars between Donaldson and Dean, as we got a battle for it between 34 and but it looks like we have a spin coming out of 4.
But that will end the race as a rule here at Springfield Raceway. Once the white flag is out and there is a caution, the race is over. So Donaldson will come home, your feature winner, and the 26 of Dean will come home second. Great run there by the 26 of Chad Donaldson, as he is your feature winner. He won a heat race. Now going into the Badboy Springfield Raceway victory lane. As his friends and family are getting ready to go down there and greet him, as he will be
looks like you guys helmet off, winning that down. Helmet kind of rolling towards the front. All his fans, family, and maybe his wife down there, giving them all congratulations. Kind of getting in the car, kind of getting his face, which that's a little different for a driver. Kind of everybody getting your face. It's like you're all hot and sweaty. You want to get out of the car. So as it looks
here
like
he comes out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 26 of Chad Donaldson. 22D, sorry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
Congratulations to the 22D of Chad Donaldson. coming home with tonight's first feature win for our Midwest B class.
As it looks like Logan Martin going to be trying out track a little bit, do a little bit of practice during this intermission time as Martin turns some laps. Looks like he's not really trying to extreme highline going in, but letting it go in, kind of float up to the cushion and run the cushion off, which some drivers like to do because sometimes it keeps a little more momentum in the car. But looks like that time he ran the real high line. I'm going to give you a little play-by-play as Martin doing a little practice. He's trying that bottom line. You got to be smooth on that bottom, or it looks like he did kind of float up off.
All right, as Logan Martin pulls off the quick quarter mile, we'll take a quick intermission break. That will be a good time to go visit the concession stand, get you something to eat and drink, as we'll be beginning our feature racing here shortly. And then here before too long, I'll be announcing our Springfield Raceway Junior Race Fan.